Hiya, I'm Martin. I've featured a few times on a couple of Neil's videos, and we thought it would be interesting just to see how the problem occurs with my F31. Now, I've had this car for 9 years, and Neil and I actually bought the same car, same colour, same spec, same interior 9 years ago. Unfortunately, he sold his, I've kept mine, and I'm now on about 90,000. We've found that apparently this car suffers dramatically with a head unit issue. Basically, I'm led to believe that every F-series BMW is going to have this issue at some stage. So if you've got a key like that, you're going to have this problem. Definitely the F31, F30, and I'm led to believe a lot of the other of the similar sort of ilk is going to have that. If you have a dashboard like this, which we'll show you, you're going to have this issue. So basically, if your stereo or head unit looks like this and does the loop, you've got this problem. Now, I've also been told that no one repairs this problem apart from this garage here, which independent BMW specialist, and they look like a very professional outfit. There is hundreds of BMWs littered in the car park, all, you know, done nicely. So they know what they're doing over here, and he is charging £130 for this service. BMW want £3,000 for this unit, and they will not service it. They've only replaced throughout, which is typical of this BMW type of outfit. Whereas these guys have found the niche in the market, and they're doing it and doing it well. He's also told me if it doesn't work, they're not going to charge me. So it can't really go wrong. I've actually had to have a hotel the night before, which is obviously a bit of a hassle, and it's like a day off, but I do think it's a worthwhile investment of my time to try and get this sorted. So let's see how it goes and go from there. Right, so I've dropped it off. We'll see what happens. I obviously keen to get on with it, because I dropped it off. I was chatting to the guy in there, Justin, that you'll see on the video. I was talking to him about how pleased I was that he's doing it, and I turned around and the car was gone. So I'm like, oh, where's my car gone? And obviously I've just handed the keys over. But I feel really nervous. You know, sort of feel like I've dropped my wife off at the birthing unit. I'm like, not sure what's going to happen, you know. I do love that car, and I've had it a long time, and I really want it to work. But I have to say, when I saw the £3,000 bill from BMW, I did start thinking it's time to get rid of it. But meeting this guy Justin made me think I can keep it for, you know, another 100,000 miles. So let's see what happens, and fingers crossed he can create his magic, extract only £130 from my pocket, and it'd be a perfect car again. And I can also stop reversing it into things, because annoyingly I'm really used to having parking sensors, and when you're used to driving a car with parking sensors and all of a sudden the parking sensors go, you start reversing into things. I would consider myself to be a good driver, but when you don't have parking sensors, you start bashing into posts, which I'm embarrassed to admit, but it has happened. Certainly at work, my brother's car, the bike that I leave at work, I've reversed into that, and my garage door. So not the best situation I found myself in, but never mind. Cheers. So I'm back at the garage now, and Justin has said it's been successful. He's also very kindly cleaned and hoovered the car, which I'm embarrassed to admit that hasn't been done for quite a while. But yeah, he says it's good, so he's here and he's just going to chat through the video as to what he's done. So initially sat in the car, it's extremely clean in here, and it honestly hasn't been this clean for a long time. And Justin's here with me, and we're just going to start the car and see what happens. Initially I can see the screen here, which I'll turn around. So the screen is now working, which is how it should be, and now playing the radio, and satnav is back to where it was. So a complete success, and very happy. So over to Justin.
So when we update these cars, we're literally putting a full vehicle flash over the top of what's there. So although they get stuck in that boot loop, because we can go over the top of it, it just reinitializes the software and pulls everything back in line. So Today it's had a full vehicle software update, so everything else like the gearbox and that's been updated as well. So there's a few little bits you might notice along the way, which is always nice, a few little bonus bits.
Lovely.
But yeah, overall, just back on, and you shouldn't have this issue again.
Fabulous. I see the, did you reset this bit, tyre pressures? As I see, that's just come up.
It does. At the end of a software update, it always just puts the last little bits on there. So it does like a tyre pressure reset, and you might find a few little oddities as you sort of drive home. But overall, by the time you get home, you'll be back where you were. Yeah,
so we've got the zeros on the trip meter. I imagine all the preset dates on the music I've been listening to previously is reset. I might need to reset the Bluetooth
radio stations, but
yeah,
mostly it just anything there that is lost, it will just take to a factory standard. So it keeps most of it, but if it's lost any data, it just goes back to a factory standard.
Yeah. But to be honest, extremely good value, and I'm very, very pleased. So thank you, Justin.
No problem at all.
Right, cheers. I mean, a complete success. I feel like, you know, driving out of there, I feel like I haven't paid him enough money. £130, and it works. You know, when BMW wanted extortionate amount of money, and it's back. I can't tell you how much I've missed having the satnav working, because I know I'm going, like I know I'm going left here, but I sort of look at the road ahead with the satnav running. I hadn't realised I'd previously done that. And getting here, obviously I had the Google Maps running on my phone. You know, I'm sort of risking looking down at my phone, and you know, you just want your car working right, you know. But I'm absolutely over the moon that it's fixed. And if you've got the same problem, I know it might be a bit of a trip to get to Reading. Just book a hotel like I did, and yeah, a few hours out of your life, and it's fixed. You know, okay, if you're watching from overseas, it's not going to work. But if you live in the UK, and you've got this issue, you've got to go and see those guys. Absolutely class outfit. I just goes to show that sometimes the independent specialist garage of whatever vehicle you have really is the better place to go, right, when you get to a car that's this sort of age. You know, like vehicles well out of warranty, you know, value is diminishing, and you know, you've got to go to a specialist of that garage, you know, because the main dealers, they're just not interested in older vehicles. They want to sell you a new one, and you know, drop the oil out of the new one and sell you a service package for a lot of money. Whereas independents like these guys, they're brilliant. So thoroughly advise them, and I'm over the moon to have a working car. And you know, they've done a really good job of cleaning it. I really wasn't expecting them to clean it, and I would have paid probably 30 quid to have it cleaned to this standard. You know, done a nice job. Nice one, guys. See you soon.